But that doesn't mean that other spots down here, such as that ghostly thing over there, aren't worth investigating. So we'll drop down again. But this... What? Different spot, I suppose. I mean, that was less embarrassing than Noob's last death, at least. He died somewhere out here in the Shadowlands, and I was like, oh yeah, before I forget, I'll go back to Stormvale Castle and pick up the talisman that boosts guard counters. And then I got pushed off a cliff by a bird and lost 50,000 runes. What fun times were had. So, waterfall, no dice, but over this bit, maybe something. There's a stone astrolabe that I don't remember us visiting before. So yeah, maybe we do drop back into the castle. Maybe this side is new, or at least that astrolabe is new. A chest, yes, good. The Carrion Sorcery Sword. Interesting. It's a thrusting sword. Cherry might want some of this. It's kind of a Dex Int sword. One of the Carrion family's glintstone swords. Formerly used by the Carrion Knights before the full refinement of their sorcerous combat techniques. Functions as a catalyst for glintstone sorcery when executing strong attacks. So you can cast spells with it if you use strong attacks, or you can just stab with it. Interesting. Probably not terribly strong then as a sword, because it's one of those dual purpose weapons. But very interesting nonetheless. Now, can we jump down there? We can. Perhaps. We'd have to jump across there. There's a site of grace down there. Is that here though? Yeah. Yeah, that's the initial site of grace into Ensis. But this roof... we missed it. And now we've fallen down a hole. Come on, friend. It's probably just a Starlight Shard anyway, isn't it? So once again we teleport back. It's amazing how different this place looks depending on the time of day. Changes are pretty wild. Now, still got Ghost Troll, which I'm still not thrilled about tussling with at some point. So we'll ignore it for now. I feel like it's not going to bleed. What with it being a ghost. Ghosts generally can't bleed. So we'll leave the astrolabe for now. We will grab that rune though. Is there any reason to press on further and drop down there? There's a site of grace. But yeah, that is the Castle Ensis checkpoint site, so not for us. Instead we go up and we start to explore a bit higher. And yeah, we might not have any choice now but to go and find Ghost Troll. Should we have a go? What's the worst that can happen, eh? Health isn't going down very fast. Oh, and it can teleport. And yeah, that was in fact the worst that could happen. The speed at which its health bar was going down makes me think we'll just avoid the bugger this time. And have a look behind it in that little building. So, we're just here for our runes, friend. That we missed. Okay, there we go, we got our runes. We'll leave you be. We don't need any of your antics today. What have we here? Huh. Requires an imbued sword key. Which we have. Something incredible, you say? So we're getting some mad loot from this. It's taking us to the ancient ruins of Raw. That's how I'm gonna try and pronounce that. We are where exactly? Okay. We're not a million miles away from the place where the Fogriff Catacombs are, but this looks pretty. To the surprise of no one. And can we cross this little gap over here? Maybe we can't, no. We could go down it from the other bit, but we can't go up it. So I guess we'll go and say hello to our friend who's hanging out over there. Hello, friend. Now, what are you doing? Oh, bit of that, is it? Okay, you hit pretty hard and you've got a health bar. And you can fly. Seems a bit cheaty. Oh. There you go, you can be bled though. I mean, maybe at this point we just bring in T'other Sam. Now, okay. Ah, dang it. I was like, they're getting close. Oh, there we go, other Sam gone. Well done, yous. And now we're back at our site of grace, so I guess we'll stroll back across, get those runes, see if he respawns or not. Is there anything else in this sort of vicinity? Maybe not, it's just a little island. This might be the whole purpose of it, this little teleporter. Now, if they do respawn, then yeah, they are in fact just a regular enemy then, is what you're telling me. Bring it, friend. There's two of us. We're here to ruin your day. It's going to take some getting used to these claws. You kind of lose a bit of control when you're in the middle of a slashing combo with them. Alright, stop that. Oh, Jesus Christ. Another double KO. Dropped something this time. Ah, but this time we were using Twiggy. I'd forgotten about that. It's probably just wise to keep Twiggy on my Physic though, because I'm generally using my Physic in conjunction with my Mimic Tear. And if I'm using my Mimic Tear, then it's probably a tough fight. So, yeah, Twiggy and Mimic Tear go hand in hand. Kind of curious as to what he might have dropped, whether it was like an armor piece or something else. So we're going to go in for round 3. And maybe this time we're actually going to kill it without dying in the process. See if we can break the deadlock. Right, let's go around. Oh, we've been gripped though. Please don't do whatever you're doing. You wretched beast. Oh, and then you shot us in the back whilst camera was locked off. So you win this round. Oh no, double KO again. Okay, so that's 3 double KOs. Maybe this time we just let other Sam take the lead. And we just sort of hang back. I'm wondering if this is the same sort of deal as the base game, where this area is just a little small preview of the ruins and there's not a lot here, or if this is more of an area than it looks. And if that's the case, is there a Site of Grace? Because a Site of Grace would be nice. Cool, we poisoned him this time. And now, in we go, with the claws. And it's just shredded it. God damn. This time it's dropped the Divine Bird Warrior Gauntlets. So it's a Divine Bird Warrior. And it does in fact drop its armor. So we could theoretically farm it. But I wouldn't want to do that unless there's a Site of Grace in the vicinity. But this might just be it. This item here. The Verdigris Discus. Sounds like a talisman. Raises defense with higher equip load. Huh. Great weight makes for great strength. The strength to protect others. Interesting. Wonder how strong that is when you've got like 99% equip load. You can barely move. Because Noob has found himself in that situation a few times. Okay, so there's no treasure behind that waterfall. This whole sort of tropical look to the place is pretty gorgeous. I'm looking forward to learning more about this place, but it could well be the case that that teleporter was just a sneak preview. Yeah, maybe we get some gorgeous views, at the very least. Although if we're overlooking the fog rift, then maybe we don't get great views after all because of the fog. So that looks over that way. Feel like we are limited here. This isn't much of anything. But what a sight. Just looking up there at the vibrant green trees. It's pretty outstanding. It's a slightly lower patch here. But I suspect it's not enough to do anything for us? No. So back we go. Maybe now we do investigate. I mean, there might be a bit more over there to investigate. But then we could go to that church, perhaps. So there's an item down there that we can reach. But there's also one over there, which we're going for. Hop. This is another smithing stone. I'm not shocked by this turn of events. Oh, hello. Oops. Yep, we're getting a heal, plus. Oh, no. Because I messed up the timing on the second one, I messed it up on the third. And once again. Still got a bit of practice needed on these lads. Oh, what was that? So it's double-handers. Oh, come on, how is that not a knock? There we go. Now, are you low enough for me to just... No. We got you in the end, but yeah, we need some more practice with these lads. Let's just burn through our flasks. Because this little corner, perhaps, is one that we don't need to worry about coming back to. So the path will be shorter once we've died and had to make our way back here. But yeah, that way is forward, so let's just go back up and check that we didn't miss anything up the top, because we didn't check to the right. There's an actual ladder here. And in another area entirely. Huh. And here's me thinking this was not the progress path, but what do you do for us? You lower a big pipe. Okay. Is that a pipe we're then going to walk up? Looks like we could. Do we want to go that way right now? Kind of want to double back and just check what was in the other direction. Because if the other direction was just like a room with an item, then that's something we want to get out of the way first and foremost. Or is this just another way to here? Okay, so it all loops around. And then our friend gets up. We try and grab his dagger. And then we fall a little short of our target. Are we able to jump up on here? We are, good. There goes our last flask. Oh, he's also in the lava. Very well. So we missed a smithing stone of some sort up there. But I think we'll live with that. And we'll venture up here and completely fail to dodge that attack. And then, come on. Ah. Little too slow. Cool. So now we are up here. The shortcut door back to the Grace would be just dandy. Oh, what have we just done? I was trying to read the message. And instead we've acquired an anvil hammer. And there's a return to entrance. Okay. Anvil hammer does sound like a kind of Wes thing, but it's not. It's another weapon that scales with all 4 stats. It's one of the treasures of the ruined forges. A tremendous hammer that incorporates as its head the red-hot anvil of the forge. It said the anvil's shape is inspired by that of an altar, and long ago it was indeed used in such rite and ritual. So is that the end of this little dungeon? Is there nothing else worthwhile that was a bit further down on this pipe? No, I guess that is all in fact areas that we were in earlier. Yeah. Okay, so this was just a little dungeon. Just a little guy. And we've cleared it. So we were wise to use all our flasks. And the fact that they kept referring to one of the anvils makes me think that there'll be more down the line. One of the forges, I should say. But this is one that we've cleared. So now, can we go further in this direction? We could drop down from above. We could go behind the forge. But that might be it for here. But then there may have been another path lower down that leads us somewhere else. So let's go behind just to check. And then it leads us back out. And then yeah. I think there was another path that we missed on everyone up until now. which is the one that we can get to by just dropping down here. So, do we stick to the walls? It's usually a safe bet, just in case there's a cave nearby. But I don't see caves. What do I see? I see the poison swamp that's below the poison merchant that Lulu found. And yep, it's certainly a poisonous swamp. It's to be expected at this point. If there wasn't one somewhere in the DLC, then people would have been asking, is Miyazaki-san alright? But as we can see, he's just fine. He's still working on the game. Festive Greece? Hooray! What say you, Festive Greece? Trace amounts of runes on landing attacks. Made from a mixture of bone shards. The delightful festival is an old tradition, one old enough for the Erd Tree to tacitly tolerate its endurance. So we've got, what, purple sort of skies? A castle up there on the cliff. The jagged teeth of a mountain range. And then this poison swamp, which... it's got some toxic mossling in it. But... I'm not seeing anything in the way of caves or fun times. Was that just a gravestone? Yeah, it was. I'm glad to be out of the gravesite plains though, because every time you see a grave you're like, is that an item? Is that a site of grace? No, it's just another sodding grave. Ah. Wait a minute. It's you guys. What are you doing here, you awful little pests? I mean, I don't want to stop and fight you, really. I am kind of curious as to why you're here. There was one further ahead there, wasn't there, somewhere? Where's it gone? Does it matter? Is that a cave? So many questions. Certainly looks like a cave or a tunnel. But is it anything of merit, or is it just an item? A deep purple lily. Feels more like a tunnel because we haven't been chucked off torrent yet. And indeed, there's a site of grace up ahead. And more spirit ash, perhaps. Yes. So, where are we now? The Elak River Cave. So we're still kind of... yeah, we've worked our way back into the plains, but now we're on a lower level of it. Wow. The game is revealing new layers within itself. And we got some round rock. That sounds cool. It's a rock, but it's like a perfectly round one, perhaps. Shaped by the water's current. Can be used for crafting or simply for throwing at enemies. Cool. What if we do this? Well, that's what happens. So there's more down here with manflies. Possibly not the best idea to use torrent for parkour, but it looks like it's being kind of putting our runes over the edge here, so we can claim those back. Now, do we need torrent though? We do need torrent. If we're going to make it across here, we need to be good at horse parkour. And I'd like to be good enough to get that item, but how do we get there safely? We do it slowly and carefully. And then we go hup, hup. And then we carefully dismount. And it's a cookbook. Very well. Now we can carry on though. Are we lower down than we were before? Maybe. Can we get lower still by going on ahead? Yes. Okay, we're at a new ground level again. And we're now at the bottom end of the river, the southern end of the river. And we've got grave birds up ahead. We don't have any sort of bow to deal with them. Does our equip load allow for one? It does. Good. Because we don't really want to fight them both at the same time, if we can avoid it. We would quite like our lantern on though. Ouch. Okay, they're not that tough at all. Are you coming down? Maybe you're not. Maybe you're a statue. As opposed to a living statue. But there are lots of them around here. And I imagine a number of them. There's still more below. You can still get down there. Jeez. What have we stumbled into? Now that one is also not living. Jolly good. That one doesn't seem to be living either. That one though. Yeah, you do your ghost flame buckery and I'll stand over here. Get wrecked. Safety's up. Now that appears to be the only one around here that's actually alive. Temporarily at least. And we got back a flask. Grand. So... this direction we have not much. In that direction we potentially have more of a path. And then this also looks to be a point where we could drop lower still. But let's see what happens if we do go around the other side. Yeah, there's a bit more path, at least. But it doesn't appear to come to much. Unless you count more rocks leading to more stuff. Because down this bit of waterfall we don't really have much. Unless we double back, maybe? Yeah. Maybe we do have to do this one level at a time. Was there anything else back here that we could reach, though? Because there were these manflies. And that's one sneaking up on us. Fine. So yeah, every time we drop down, we'll have to go all the way back up to the waterfall, check it for treasure, and then we can make our way down to the next section. Wait. So here we are, waterfall number whatever this one might be. Do you have treasure? No. Excellent. You got another manfly though. Or three. Nothing else of merit. Possibly another manfly, but that might have just been a corpse that I was just kicking around. So now we need to find our way down to the next one, which was probably down here to the right. And then... oh no, it's a bit further on. And then to the right.